How's it going, YouTube? So it's been a while since we did our last video, and I thought it'd be about time that I make another one. So a lot has happened since my last video. A lot has been ordered and stuff. So I got my seat. I'm actually sitting in it because it's very, very comfortable. It fits like a glove in the chassis, and I also got my suspension, which is my front suspension, that is. I've worked on the A-arms, I've modified the frame, and I will show you it all in this video. So we'll start off with the seat. It is a Procar seat. It's black velour, it's black vinyl and red velour sidings. It is extremely comfortable. It has an adjustable back. By this lever here. It's got a sliding deck underneath, so you can move it back and forward. Probably won't really need that. I think it's just in case I have a problem on the road, I could just maneuver it easily. So yeah, we'll just jump to the other side where we'll show you guys the shocks. So now we're outside on this fine July day. Here we have the suspension. It's an 8-inch travel coil cover shock by King Shocks. I already have one out of the box for maneuvering. I took off the spring to make it a little more maneuverable because that spring does add quite a bit of weight. We have the standard finish on it. I didn't go any other color because I didn't find it cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was $175 to change the anodizing color. Anyway, beside the point, we have the remote reservoir. It is the remote reservoir model. It's perfect for what I have. It's got the 175 pound the 150 pound spring on it. Well, on that one it's the 155 spring, and yeah, so that's what our shocks. Front shocks are. The rear will be the 16-inch travel dual spring rate coil cover shocks with the remote reservoir as well. And we're gonna try to get swivel fitting with 90 swivel on the other one because this one's a bit hard to move, I find. So we'll just go to the frame and see what we've done to change the frame in that time. So guys, here we have the frame that I've been working on. I'm going on a selfie mode here because it's a little hard to drag around the camera and I don't get good angles out of it. So this is temporarily tack welded, my little shock towers here. It's just temporarily tack welded on here because I didn't want to permanently weld it because I don't know where it's going to be. It was just to kind of give it a look. Over there I have one of the completed top A-arms because the bottom ones need more bracing, so I'm going to work on those. I added a bit of a bezel here for my dashboard. My steering column's gonna go here. I put this bar in. I bent this bar and I put it in. Bent this to remove this bar here that was there because it went in my shins, and if ever if I ever got in an accident, I'd for sure break my shins. And B, just because it was simply in the way and it reduced space. So my dual A-arms are going to go here. I've got plate coming in. This is just temporarily here. It's a crappy finish on it. I just spray painted it just so it didn't rust pretty badly because I had it outside earlier. But besides the point, I have the floor panel in. It's screwed down. I don't think I'm going to take it out really until the whole thing's finished because this needs to get all sent to the powder coating shop, and not the powder coating, but the sandblasting shop anyway. So this is my workstation. Got my welder over there. I made these. These are my shock, not my shock mounts, but my AR mounts, right over there, as you can see. They're comprised of the brackets that I did in a earlier video, which actually turned out to look like this. This is the exact thing that I created in the video, and I sent it to the shop, and they got them laser cut. I have another approximately 50 on the way of the longer ones for the shock mounts because the shocks have a bigger spacing. I need more spacing here, but nevertheless, In the rear, I got rid of the bar that was here and made a relocate bar out of bent because it fouled on the head of the engine right there. So I got rid of that, put that on. I cut out the rear. I cut out the rear assembly. If I can just move over, I cut out the rear assembly because it was improperly welded. It was reversed, and when I sent to the shop to get it welded, they reverse welded some tabs. So that's how it is. This is the lower one. This is a complete weld right here, but I still need to make my my shock mount area there. This is the upper left one, so I'm just gonna weld this bar on now. It's loose, it's not tack welded or anything. Need to make sure that's level, and I'm gonna copy it on the one that's over there. That's the lower left, dedicated by. I mark all of mine. So this is UL upper left, lower right, and I have upper right over there. That's complete, and that's lower left. So the upper left, once this is welded in, it's done, complete, ready to be sanded, sandblasted, and shipped to powder coating. And these are going to be a vibrant green because I want them to. I want them to be that color. It'll go. I think it'll go nice with the beautiful ocean blue color of the shocks. So yeah, that's how it's gonna be. I put the seat in as these little black marks here, the Sharpie marks. Those are for the seat mounts, which I'm gonna fabricate out of some of the stock steel over there. And yeah, so that's that so far. I'm getting better at my welds here. It's just a little stop and start because I had to do some stuff here. Welds are getting a bit better, but yeah, we're learning along the way. Made some mistakes. I shouldn't have made these before I put these braces in, because after I put them in, the metal warped, and well, the whole bar warped, and it kind of squeezed it a little. I might not scrap these. I'm gonna try to sand the inside. I already had to sand the inside because they warped when I did them, and to compensate, I fabricated. These paper little O-rings, I guess you could call them. There's 4 on each side, which give it a little bit of buffer space. Now I'm happy I didn't weld these because these are going to go on next after I do the bracing, and that will be the good one. And so I won't need to waste any of the brackets, because if these don't work, they're going to be scrap. And I'm happy I got 1/4 inch because 1/4 inch gives me a bit of sanding space. But yeah, so sorry to be talking here quick, guys, but I'm just trying to motor along because I've got a lot of work to do with these things. So I've taken apart the front mounts, the front spindle mounts, just to get them good spacing. I contacted the company and found out that they're 7-inch apart between both holes, top to bottom. So that will give me my spacing, because the arms have to be exactly perfectly spaced across in order not to damage any of the rod endings. So yeah, so we're gonna take a breath. That was some quick speeches, quick speeching. So I stacked a couple of pallets over here so I can give myself a little bit of a work area where I sand some stuff. I borrowed my godfather's bench vise and just bolted it there. Put some self-tapping bolts and whatever. It's wood, but that's all I had. So yeah, that's it. That's all. And guys, hope you enjoyed me rambling like I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we'll just do a quick build video here. So we'll be finishing up the arms. We'll be creating these for over there. Once we get those, we'll get those cut, and we will hopefully jam one of those in there, or make a little mounting. I don't know. We'll see what we'll do today. But maybe we'll do those brackets and get the seat done and whatever. Chuck some self-tapping bolts in there or whatever. So yeah, we're good.